Talktainment Radio, worldwide sound. Talktainmentradio.com. We give you a reason to come. The world's greatest radio. We give you a reason to stay. Radio, the way it should be heard. You got the power.
The views and opinions expressed are those of the host and guest and not necessarily those of TalkTainmentRadio.com, the management, the staff, or K&E World Network, LLC.
This is All in Our Family. I'm S. Yolanda Robinson. We are all family. All in Our Family, heard exclusively on TalkTainmentRadio.com. Radio, the way it should be heard. Talktainment Radio. We go where you go. And this is the world's greatest radio. And you're in touch with All in Our Family. And I'm S. Yolanda Robinson. And this is radio, the way it should be heard. You know what? Guess what? We're on YouTube. You can type in Talktainment and hit the space bar and then type radio to watch All in Our Family live broadcast and hear us live at TalkTainmentRadio.com. Please like us and subscribe. We're moving on up. Oh, we got so many good things going on with All in Our Family and Talktainment Radio. So you just got to stay tuned because we're just doing so many fantastic things. But you know what? I have on my show today a person that I watched grow for many, many years. And his name is Dr. William Picard. I remember when he was a student at Ohio State University, and now owns lots and lots of businesses. So I have him on the line. Dr. Picard, how you doing?
Hello, Sister Yolanda. The name is still Bill. How you doing, lady?
Hi, Bill. How are you? I mean, you are the chairman of Global Alliance Company, and you're managing partner of MGM Grand Detroit Casino, and you're the CEO of Deerwood Management Company, and you're the co-owner of 5 black newspapers. Do you ever go to sleep, Bill?
Well, I go to sleep, but the key is you must make money while you sleep.
Okay. You got to make money while you sleep? I got to find out, how do you make money going to sleep?
Well, you have to listen to people like Adam Don Bourgeois, Yolanda Robinson.
Well, you know what? I know they got to listen to people like Bill Picard because you're the one that's got all the money. But you know what? I wanted to ask you, Bill, when you were a student and you got your PhD in social work, what made you decide to go be an entrepreneur and go into business?
Well, the real deal is that I'll give you this. This is partly true, by the way. You know, I worked in Cleveland just before I came to Ohio State. And I want to tell you now, as I told my assistant, without you, I would have never, ever made it. So I owe you a big shout out. I'm going to take you to McDonald's and buy you a Happy Meal or whatever you want.
Bill, that sounds real good, but I worked for A. Donald Bourgeois, and he told us not to ever let students walk across that campus lost. And he said we had to make sure that when they came in our office that they got what they needed and that they wouldn't be leaving our office lost. And so I have to give some tribute to him. And then you came in the office, and so you were one of those people that came in the office that I had to do what I was told.
Well, I think the fact that he told you was good, but you are a kindred spirit, and you would help anybody regardless. And I'm just proud of you. But you know what is very, very beautiful is it just seemed like it was yesterday, Yolanda.
Yes.
It seemed like it was only a few weeks ago that we all get together in our park and chit-chat and BS and hustle up some food, put some money, and go to the restaurants with Greg Thomas.
Yes.
He said, I got this, and he get the bill. The next thing you know, he had walked out without paying it.
Those were the days.
Yeah.
Yes,
God is good to us.
Yes, God is good. I remember when you came into the office and you said that you were going to be a McDonald's franchise owner, and the rest is history. I mean, but you could have been a professor with a PhD. You could have been, you could have gone on to social work. Why did you make that switch?
Well, really, God is just in the blessing business. And what I was in Columbus the other night, and I told somebody, said, "Well, how did you go from social work to business?"
Yeah.
And this is partly true. I was in Cleveland working for the NAACP, and Reverend Ike came to town, back in the day. And Reverend Ike said the best way to help poor people is don't be one.
He said, "Don't be a poor person." Is the best
Don't be a poor person. I mean, come on now. Come on.
Well, a lot of people need to listen to that.
But in reality, no, God has just been good to me, and I hit it at a time that affirmative action was alive and well. I don't apologize for it. Affirmative action was alive and well. That's how I got to Ohio State. That's how I got to McDonald's. But what James Brown say now, you open the door, and I'll get it for myself. So that's how it was. They opened a few doors, and some of us were able to walk in.
Oh yeah, just give us a little corner so we could get in there.
That's right.
Yes, and so that's and so you went on into and well, you're the first owner of a African American owner of a McDonald's.
I think we were probably among the first 10 in America to open a McDonald's, and here's a shock to you, because this is what God can do. Now I'm at Ohio State in Arps Hall, living up there on High Street, and they said you got to have 10,000. There were 3 of us. You had to have $25,000. So I went to a fraternity meeting. I'll never forget it. In the Ohio State Student Union, I went to an Alpha fraternity meeting on a Sunday afternoon at 4 o'clock. And I said to one of the brothers, I said, "Man, if I could get $10,000, I could get a McDonald's." He said, "What?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "You know Brother John Hall?" I said, "No, I don't know him."
Yeah.
He said, "Brother John Hall works in financial aid."
Yeah.
And I raised my right hand to God. I talked to John Hall on Sunday, and Tuesday I went to his office. He gave me a student loan for $10,000, and that's how I started McDonald's.
You started McDonald's on a $10,000 student loan.
That's right.
That was a good investment. My goodness. Wow. And
well, now you know I'm from Flint, Michigan. If I'd had that $10,000 a few years earlier, I'd have bought me a convertible yellow Cadillac with the drop top, but I didn't.
Yeah, and you know what? A lot of students do that. When they get their loans, they'll go out and get a car. They got to be flashy. My mom used to say that's floor showing. Yeah. But that is that's amazing that you decided to take that $10,000 and close your eyes and invest, and the rest is history. My goodness.
That's what I did.
My goodness. And then did you hire a lot of black people when you first got in business?
Oh, still to this day, I would say we got probably 2,000 employees, and I would say 60 to 80% of our people are black. We hire white people too, but you have to have intention about what you want to accomplish. Now, I'm not involved in day to day, but like I told somebody last night, everybody who works with me, I didn't say who works for me. I said people that work with me know one thing: people before profit. People before profit. We're gonna make some money. We're gonna look at. Hustle will always beat talent when talent doesn't hustle. So I know what I am. I know what I'm good at. So I ain't gotta misuse nobody to make some money, because I'm gonna make a profit. And I said, you put people before profit, and you'll always come out ahead. I believe that.
Yeah, because you have a book, and it's called Millionaire Moves, and you have 7 principles on how you make $1 million. What is the most important one of those 7 principles? That
Without a doubt. The most important one is vision. If you
Vision.
can't see it, you'll never be it.
I know that's right.
You got to see it, to believe it. Vision and attitude are the most important things of all. You just have to get into a zone, and no way, nobody will stop from achieving what I want to accomplish. Nobody.
Yeah. So you have to have the vision in order to be successful.
I agree with that 100%.
You have to see yourself. Now, what was your vision back when you were in college? I mean, is your vision? Do you see was it like it is today? Did you see yourself?
No, ma'am. I thought when I was in college, I would get a job as a professor somewhere, and I would have a side hustle. Maybe I would be selling at a record shop, or I might be having a little barbecue joint. But I knew one thing: I was always going to have a side hustle. Because my granddaddy always taught. He taught my uncles. He taught everybody. Concept he called 2-arm living. You got to make money more than one way, and he always said you got to make some money while you sleep.
Make some money, but you know, Bill, that reminds me of what my dad used to say. This might sound ornery, but my dad used to say, "It's a piss poor rat that only has one hole to come out of." And guess what? You know what, Bill? It is the most amazing thing that has happened in life, because, you know, when one thing is not working, you can always have another stream.
There you go.
You know, have several streams that's working for you, you know. So but that
I was
seems
at this MBA conference in Philadelphia this year. So one guy says, look, he says, you know, you went to school to be a social worker, but you have a multiple streams of income. How did that come about? I said, man, anybody who grew up where I grew up knew that every hustler had to have more than one corner. So one corner goes down, another corner goes up. You got to have more than one corner to hustle on.
That's right. That's right. And you know what? It makes life so much easier, because, you know, I remember one time when people we didn't get funded on a job, and the people that only had one hustle was stressed out, you know. But the ones that had 2 or 3, they said, I'll just work my hustle. I'll just work my hustle. Wow. Now, what advice would you give to the young people that are that would want to go into business, or what advice would you?
Well, you know, it's very simple, Yolanda. This is my hashtag. You can do this too. Now remember, I was never a very bright student. I went to school to be a social worker, and if I can do this, anybody can do it. You just got to wake up every day with something on your mind that you want to accomplish, and when you get it, there's an old Chinese proverb that says, as one eats, the appetite becomes wetter. So don't just stop with the first thing, and everything starts out small. I had one McDonald's, and there were 3 of us together. We didn't have. I had 2 partners. With 3 of us.
Yeah. And I remember that.
Yeah.
So you started off small and just kept building and building.
Well, you know, the Lord kept blessing me. I don't apologize. People say you're lucky. I said, no, I'm not lucky. I'm blessed.
That's right.
I know I'm blessed.
That's right.
And I don't go to church every Sunday, but I know that He's working in my life every day. I know that.
Yeah. Well, he's doing a fantastic job for you, Bill. He's definitely doing a fantastic job. But you know, I was going to ask you. You said something in one of your interviews about the C student. You know, you seem to. You said the C student, the B student, the A student. Could you share that with us? I had to laugh when I heard that.
I was a very, very good C student, no doubt about it. But if you look at life today, typically you'll find the A student worked for the C student, and the B student worked for the government. It's simple as that.
Wow, and that's true because when I look at some of the people that have been successful, and many of them that were at Ohio State, they were just average students. But as you said earlier, that they had a vision. Hey, stay right there, Bill. We're going to talk more about Millionaire Moves coming up next on TalkTainmentRadio.com. But you need to listen. Talktainment Radio is now on Facebook, and you can log in to Facebook.com Talktainment, and you can now hear and see my program on Facebook.com Talktainment, and you can also like us because we are interested in what you like in our community. And guess what? Today we are on YouTube. So go to YouTube. Type in Talktainment, hit the space bar, then type radio to watch All in Our Family Show live broadcast and hear us live at TalkTainmentRadio.com. And please like and subscribe to us. And we have several shows that I want to share with you because Talktainment Radio is a 24/7, no-charge, worldwide broadcasting facility, which hosts delivering various topics such as news, lifestyle, sports, law, health, wellness, religion, and politics. But here is one that I would like to share with you. Dawn Comer. She has Conversation with Dawn, and she is on Mondays at 1 p.m. You're listening to TalkTainmentRadio.com, and we have on our show Dr. William Picard, and he is the chairman of Global Automotive Alliance Company, and also he is a managing partner for MGM Grand Detroit Casino. He is the CEO of Deerwood Management Company and a co-owner of 5 black newspapers. Dr. Bill, Dr. Bill, something, you also talked about the importance, you talked about the climate in Michigan and how the black community there was so supportive and how that was key to a lot of your success. Could you share that, a little bit of that with the listening audience?
Yeah, well, I would say that was very, very, very important. We had a mayor when I got to town by the name of Coleman Alexander Young.
I remember him.
He was a righteous brother.
Yeah,
he was a righteous brother.
Uh-huh.
And he set a tone in this community for white people and black people that black folks got to get a piece of the action. They got to get a piece. Don't come up in here wanting to take it all. Those days are over. Whether it's the police department, the fire department, nah, baby, I want a piece for everybody. And that tone really helped me in my business.
Wow. So that is really important for a business to be successful. Is the politics of the community.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt.
Wow. But what is some of the most common mistakes that people make in a business?
Oh my God! Why don't you just tell me what I did? That wasn't a mistake.
Did you make some mistakes?
Oh Lord have mercy! You ever heard of payroll taxes?
Payroll taxes.
You're supposed to mail them in every 10 days or 12 days. Well, when cash flow gets funny, you got to pay the meat man, you got to pay your cheese, and you got to pay your employees. And, well, I'll pay taxes later. And the next week you say, oh my God, I gotta pay my utility bill, I gotta pay my gas bill, and you keep forgetting to pay the payroll tax. One day, I was working in a restaurant. This lady came up to me. She says, "Is Raymond Snowden here?" That was my partner. I said, "No, ma'am, he's not here." She said, "Is Melvin Garrett here?" I said, "No, ma'am, he's not here." She said, "Is Bill Pickard here?" I said, "No, ma'am, he's not here." She said, "You are Bill Pickard, and you have an unauthorized loan from the United States government for $75,000.
Oh my gosh!
We had not paid our payroll tax.
Ooh.
that was a rough day, but we pulled it together by the grace of God. We borrowed here and stole there and put it all together. But those payroll taxes can get you. But I think most importantly, when you start out, do not spend any more than you have to stay afloat. Just live like you're dead broke. And then one day you'll wake up, you got some savings, you got some money, and then you can be the big baller shot caller. But yeah, I made that mistake. We started out. I remember one time, Yolanda, we was opening this new restaurant, and we spent half of the week before the restaurant opening ordering our new Cadillacs and parked them in the parking lot. How stupid can you get? We hadn't even owned the business. We done bought 3 Cadillacs. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my gosh! So you're saying that when you start a business, just try to live at your means. Don't. There
you go. Below your means.
Below your means. You know, someone else told me that it's better to live below your means than even at your means. Yes.
Even today, I've been very, very blessed, but I live way, way below my means.
Okay. You also talked about what's the difference between what a rich parents tell their children and the difference between what a poor family tells their children.
Oh yeah, a rich parent and middle class parents and poor parents tell their kids 3 drastically different things. You know, rich parents tell their kids how to make more money. Middle class kids teach their kids how to spend their money conservatively, and poor people teach their kids to spend all they get.
Now that's not right. We gotta change the script, Bill. The script has to be changed.
If we don't change it, Trump gonna change it for us.
Now, how important is it for us to purchase from black people?
Very, very, very important. And I look at that like I look in blacks in corporate America. Now, I could have never worked at a GM, Ford, or Chrysler, or Upjohn, or Battelle. I'm just not that kind of brother, But if there were not black people working at General Motors, Ford, Chrysler, Mercedes, Toyota, we'd have never got a chance to get into business. So just like they had to take risk and sacrifice to make sure we got some contracts, we have to make sure that we go out of our way to spend money with black folks. I don't apologize for that. Yeah, you have a responsibility to go spend money with black folks. Well, it's a little further. Harriet Tubman didn't talk about how far it was. She did it. That's important, very important.
So it's very, very important that we spend with each other and help. Do you think things have changed for the black businesses now?
Oh, without a doubt.
Is it better or worse?
Well, I wouldn't say it's worse, but it sure ain't as good as it was, because back in the day, you see, we all lived in the same area.
Yeah.
So we had the barbershop, we had the cleaners, we had the shoe shop, we had the shoe repair shop, we had the restaurant, because all of us lived in the same zip code. The doctor lived next door to the barber.
Yeah.
And the barber lived next door to the dentist, and the eye doctor lived next door. So you didn't have no choice. But today, we live in, I forget some of those suburbs out there in Columbus, but we live all over.
All over. Yes, it's true. We're all over, and some people think because they live out there that they're a little bit better than the ones that are living in the same community. We need to change the script. We got to change the script, Bill. But that is awesome. Is there what advice would you give to somebody that that wants to get the business? What's the first thing that they should do?
Save some money.
Save some money.
Save some money. Read. Go to all those crazy SBA meetings, those networking meetings. Go to all that stuff. There ain't nothing but stuff. But you got to go through it to get to where you want to go.
So you got to network.
Nothing but rhetoric. People just talking and running their mouths. But you still got to go. You got to show up. You got to be there. One of those meetings, you're gonna meet somebody that can help you do what you want to do.
Wow! But if you're not in the room, you're not gonna even meet them.
Right. I met this black man that told me something I'll never forget. An old man. He said, boy, let me tell you, I like what you talk about. He said, but remember one thing, you tell people, if you're not in the huddle, you don't know what play they're going to call. So, oh, my God. You got to be in the huddle to know what play they're going to call.
Yeah.
So you got to be in the meeting. You got to be in the room. You got to be in the huddle. And you still don't always get all of it because you know who's going to get it first.
Yeah.
But if you ain't there, you ain't even got a shot.
You won't even get a shot. So you got to be in the room. That's some good advice, Bill. That is really some good advice. But, tell us about the book, and people can learn more about you with your book, Millionaire Moves.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Well, remember, I'm a social worker, so I approach the thing. I'm not very bright, but I know how to make a dollar out of a nickel. I know how to do that.
That's for sure.
And the book talks about the 7 proven principles, and it really is a reflection of my life. Like, one of the principles is relationships. Relationships. I tell people, if you don't network, you might not work. Know somebody.
I like that. If you don't network, you may not work. You got to know somebody. That is.
And I love black folk, but if you on the corner and you see 9 brothers on the other corner broke, and you go join them, pretty soon you'll see 10 broke brothers. So you gotta mix it up. You gotta get with all kinds of people.
All right. I know you got some very good advice in there, and I know that the book is on Amazon.com. What are you going to do next, Bill? What's in the future for you?
Oh, I'm writing another book.
Oh, you are? What's it about?
I'm writing 2. One of them is about 100 amazing black business facts that everyone should know.
Wow.
100 amazing black business facts that everyone should know. See, black folks think we just started going into business in the last 15, 20, 25 years with Motown and Ebony. Black folks was in business country in 1750, 1850. Madam C.J. Walker was born 3 years after slavery.
Wow.
She was married when she was 11.
Wow.
She had a baby when she was 13. And she was a mother at 17. A widow at 17. Her husband died when she was 17 years old.
Wow.
She had 1 baby and no husband because he died. And yet she became a millionaire by the time she was 36.
Now, those are kind of books. When is this book coming out? I can't wait to get that.
Well, I hope I have it out by next August, September. That's the goal.
Okay, by August or September. Oh, wow. I can't wait to read that. That sounds
I hope you'll get me back on your program.
You got an open invitation to come back on the show. And you know what? The next time you're in Columbus, next time you come to Columbus, we'll do a live interview with you, okay?
Oh, I love that. You know, I just left Columbus, Lord have mercy.
I know, and I couldn't get you on at the time.
That's okay.
But
every delay is not a defeat.
All right. So that's a promise. The next time you come to Columbus, let me know, and we'll try to arrange to have you live in the studio.
You are so kind. I want to just say this, folks. Whoever's listening, I can name you 5, 6, 7 people who have PhDs from Ohio State. But we would have never have accomplished that without Adam Don Bourgeois and Mrs. Fine, Fabulous, Outstanding Yolanda Roberts.
Oh, thank you so much, Bill. Thank you so much. I'm glad that I played that kind of part in helping people achieve, particularly our folks. It's a wonderful feeling. Thank you so much.
Well, I still believe there's a thing called karma, and what you put out gonna come back. You're blessed.
All right.
Listen to you. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much. And, Bill, don't forget to call us when the next time you come into Columbus, and we'll put you back on with your new book. Okay?
Thank you very much. Thank you. God bless you.
And thank you for being on this week's program of All in Our Family. You've been listening to TalkTainmentRadio.com. We go where you go. Check us out on 94.1 WGRN. Podcasts are available. Download Talktainment Radio to your app, to your cell, or tablet. This is radio the way it should be heard. Stay right there. Coming up next, we're going to salute the veterans. Coming up next on TalkTainmentRadio.com. Stay right there.
for a high school that allows you to work at a pace that is right for you? Are you ready to earn certification in healthcare, business, or manufacturing while achieving your high school diploma? Then you're ready for Life Skills High School, a free public option for Ohio students 16 to 21 years old. Learn more about your free high school educational options at lifeskillshs.org or call them at 1-800-888-7992. That's 1-800-888-7992. Life Skills High School, education that fits your life.
Stand by for an important announcement.
Mortgage interest rates are the lowest in history. Did you hear that? Mortgage interest rates are the lowest in history. You can buy a home from Lenco Realty for less than rent. For details, call 614-375-2BUY. That's 614-375-2289 or log on to repohomelist.com. That's repohomelist.com and claim your American dream.
Queen's Legacy of Love 12 brand launch and grand opening. Currently looking for hosts, photographers, models, dancers, entertainers, ushers, comedians, production managers, model coordinators, stage crew, vendors, volunteers, sponsors, public relations and media personnel, and extras. Contact ggoldqqueen22@yahoo.com. Queens of Queens.
Pastor Clifford Riley and the congregation at Mount Gerizim Missionary Baptist Church cordially invite you to worship with us. Yes, come to the Mountain of Blessings for a spirited, love-filled experience. Our Sunday services and twice on Wednesday Bible study will change your life. We are located at 2633 Mock Road, and our phone number is 614-475-9712. Again, 2633 Mock Road, or call 614-475-9712.
If you or a woman you know is abusing drugs and/or alcohol and you want to stop the abuse, contact APDS at 1409 East Livingston Avenue. Office hours are 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. daily and 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Saturday. APDS is certified by the Ohio Department of Mental Health and Addiction Services and primarily funded through the Adam H. Board. Fees are based on your income and Medicaid is always accepted. For more information, call 614-253-4448.
For the best home fragrance and beauty products, shop Ash Kickin online.
That's ASHKICKIN.
Made with 100% natural quality ingredients and handcrafted with your family in mind, Ash Kickin products are better than those other guys. Ash Kickin candles, incense, body butter, face moisturizer, and hair moisturizer are priced just right, and you can get yours at 10% off with coupon code TALK17. Support this 100% black-owned business and get your home and body smelling and feeling all right.
That's ASHKICKIN.
Shop Ash Kickin online at www.ashkickin.com.
This is Al Edmondson, owner of a Cutter Brother Rest Barbershop. I'm calling on all barbers and beauticians. It's time for us to unite as one. We can serve our communities better together. Join the Ohio Black Barber Beauty Network. For more information, visit www.obbn.org or call 614-427-3226 to get more information. Be the change that you want to see in your community. Join our network.
Live call-in talk show. Dial 1-877-932-9766 and join the conversation here on TalkTimidRadio.com.
We must build and bond our family.
We've got the power.
TalkTamerRadio.com. We go where you go. Download Talktamer Radio to your cell, to your app, or tablet. This is radio the way it should be heard. And you're listening, and I'm S. Yolanda Robinson, and you're listening to All in Our Family. We are on YouTube. Go to YouTube, type in Talktainment, hit the space bar, and then type radio to watch All in Our Family show, live broadcast, and hear it live at TalkTainmentRadio.com. And please like us and subscribe. This part of our show, we're going to be doing a tribute to our veterans. And I have in the studio with me a veteran. His name is Anthony Stone. And I also have Reverend Riley at what's the Mount Gershon Church, and Melvin Key at Mount Gershon Church. And we're going to be talking about do we honor veterans enough, or do we do it too much, or what can we do to support our veterans? But guess what? Pastor Riley and the people and the parish at Mount Gershon Church, they're going to be honoring veterans. But Mr. Stone, could you tell us a little bit about who you are and how many years you served in the service, and what branch of service you served in?
Yes. First of all, I was born and raised in Birmingham, Alabama, and of course, when I got married in 1977, I moved to Cleveland, Ohio. And from Cleveland, Ohio, I ran into some difficulties as far as the union was concerned, laying off and things of that nature, and I decided to join the Army. And that was back in the early 1981 when I joined the Army, and I was looking for more security than anything else, because I was leaving a job paying $25,000 a year. Good money at that time. So I stayed in for a total of 26 years, 4 months, and about 16 days.
Oh, you got it down to
down to a T. And my job was supply for the first 8 years. And I liked it, but I needed a little bit more experience, some other things to deal with people. And I finished up 18 years in the recruiting command. And I did every job in the United States Army Recruiting Command that they had to offer. And I retired in 07.
That sounds like an interesting job of recruiting.
Yes.
And you said you were in the Army?
Yes, United States Army.
United States Army. What rank were you?
A Master Sergeant when I retired.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Wow. And Mr. Key, Melvin Key, you are a vet too, right?
Absolutely, Ms.
And what branch of service did you serve in, and how long did you serve?
Well, I too was in the U.S. Army. I was in the service from 1984 through 87. I was a military police, did the protocol thing over in Germany. But I had a wonderful tour in New York City in which I was on VIPs, entering the country, going to D.C. Opportunity. It was during the Reagan administration, so we had opportunity to do a lot of the VIPs. We got a chance to ride on Air Force too. Wow. We did all the protective service thing. We toured them around New York City, put them on a plane, took them off the plane, ran around with suits and ties on and 245s under our armpits.
You were on Air Force too. Wow, what awesome. A treat! Oh my goodness. Now, Pastor Riley, you are saluting veterans. Why did your church decide to do that? And could you tell us a little bit about that?
We decided to salute the veterans, show token appreciation. So many times we hear people, they will constantly say, "We thank you for your service," but those words began to ring hollow when I saw not so many people was doing so. And the ministry of Mount Gershon have decided to, during this season of Veterans Day, to show some appreciation to the service men and women that so dutifully and loyally serve the country. And our church is made up of so many veterans. We have veterans that has been in the foundation of the church. And when you come in there, you can tell that's a veteran church because of the way things are done. And doing so, we just thank God for the veterans. And we see an opportunity to show a little love and just show a little appreciation, just to say thank you while we can.
You know, that you are blessed because of the way that people in the military work. It's just like it seems to be so precise, and everybody plays, has a role, and they do it well. So you're really blessed to have a lot of military people in your church.
And I would say because of that atmosphere, the church is ran like a fine-tuned machine. It works perfectly.
Oh my gosh!
Everyone does what they're supposed to.
Everybody. Oh wow!
The main thing you'll notice about our church is that everything starts right on time.
It starts on time.
Right on time. I promise you.
Oh, I think that's a military thing.
That's a veteran thing. I promise.
That's a military
thing. We noticed it.
Yeah. Wow. So, I'm gonna ask the veterans: do we do enough for y'all? I mean, Mr. Stone, does the community do enough for veterans?
I must say that down south, I was stationed in Louisville, and they honored veterans a lot. And this was 97 through like 2000. And then I moved back up north, and I saw a distinct difference and how veterans were being recognized. However, over the past 3-4 years, that has changed. So I can really say that the community has began to come out and caress veterans, not only veterans, but their families, and began to see, hey, look, without veterans, we wouldn't be achieving and receiving the things that we're receiving today.
Yeah, because, my father fought in 2 wars, and he felt like when he came back home that things were a lot different. He saw people getting loans that he fought against. He used to come home, he would be very upset about that because he fought in the Korean War and World War II. And then when he looked at, trying to get loans to fix the house and stuff. Yes. Those opportunities were not given to him. And we have veterans that are homeless. That bothers me. Right.
Well, can I also speak to that? There are veterans that are homeless, but I feel, based on the experience, based on my knowledge, that the reason a lot of veterans are homeless is because of lack of knowledge. There are many programs throughout the city of Columbus, every county, that recognize veterans to provide housing for them, to provide food for them, to provide clothing. Progressive Insurance has a program that gives cars to veterans. The Disabled American Veterans Association that I'm a member of, they also give away cars. I think knowledge is power. And the word also speaks. Because of lack of knowledge, right? What happens to us. So I find myself trying to feed them knowledge.
But they don't have enough knowledge about the programs that are out there.
Yes.
Wow.
And I have to comment on that too, Ms.
Yes.
I agree with Scott over here. Basically, we have a lot of veterans that are homeless. We have a lot of veterans because, again, the communities are doing a lot for veterans. But a lot of times the veterans are not stepping into it. All right, it's out there, but if you don't step into it, it's not there for you. So what we're doing at Mount Gershom, again, we partnered up with the Faith Mission, which is a shelter downtown that has a lot of veterans, homeless. They have a program, as you mentioned. They got case management services. They obtain veterans benefits, linkage to other benefits, temporary financial support, housing, the whole nine. But again, if the veterans don't engage, those programs are just wasteless.
That's right.
So even in our program we have for Sunday, November 12th, we've gone as far as we're going down there to pick the veterans up. We have it available for them, but we want to get them. Because sometimes you got to go get them. If the mountain don't come to Moses, Moses got it.
You have to go to them. That's right.
We got to go to them.
That
So
is
we're going to go to them, and we're going to try to bring them in.
That's awesome.
And we invite as many veterans as can to show up at the church that day, because
Certainly.
not only are we having us spaghetti dinner, but we having lots of information that's going to be. We've been gathering up for the last 2 months to make everything available for you for situations such as homelessness and addictedness and whatever the veterans need. We have been prayerfully working dutifully to make sure that we can not only minister to a spiritual need, but we want to take care of every need. And so we invite you to come out to the church on November the 12th, and we have a service just to your honor. And not only that, but we want to take care of you.
Amen.
And show appreciation.
That's awesome. You know what? And I know you have it because you got that military group over there. They have a passion to help people with veterans and stuff, so that it will get done. And guess what? It's going to be done with a lot of love. But stay right there. We're going to talk more about our veterans coming up next on TalkTainmentRadio.com. But TalkTainmentRadio.com, we go where you go. You need to download TalkTainmentRadio.com to your app, to your cell, or a tablet. This is radio the way it should be heard. And we are on YouTube. So you can type in Talktainment and hit the space bar, and then you type radio to watch the All in Our Family show. It's broadcast live, and you can hear us live at TalkTainmentRadio.com. So please like us and subscribe, and let us hear from you. If there's a show that you want to do, holler at us, and we'll put it together, because I will find them. whatever you want about family issues. But we have on our show today, we have Anthony Stone, who is a veteran, and we have Pastor Riley, who is at Mount Gershom Church, and we have Melvin Keys, who is a veteran, and we're talking about the upcoming Veterans Program that is going to be held. When is that program, Pastor Riley?
That program will be held November the 12th at our Sunday morning service, and we have city representatives that's coming in that morning. I think Representative Craig and Representative Bernadette Kent will be there to speak with the veterans, and we have a guest preacher coming in that morning that's also a veteran. And we just want to make sure that everything is done appropriately, and they really we want you to leave with everything in your hand and everything in your heart to bless the situation that you find yourself in.
Okay. Now, Anthony Stone, you work with veterans, right?
Yes.
What kind of work do you do with veterans?
Well, we're currently serving a lot of different capacity, but what I look at doing mainly is getting information out to veterans. I'm a member of the Disabled American Veterans program or team at Capital 3 here in Columbus. And mainly what we identify as things that veterans really need. And by that, we have ways of attaching it to different legislations that go before Congress to assist veterans of all ages, of all eras. So we don't just focus on veterans at post 9/11 and current, but all the way back to World War I and World War II, ensuring that the knowledge is being taken care of. One is like caregivers program. We just had a legislation passed about 3 years ago where those that participated in post 9/11 were able to get the caregiver program, meaning if they were not able to take care of themselves, then the government will give them a stipend and their dependent, whoever was taking care of them. So now there's a legislation forward that all veterans can be entitled to a stipend and the caregiving program.
But that hasn't been voted. What legislation is that?
It's before Congress now.
Right now.
It's before Congress.
Okay.
Do you know what House bill that is or what bill that is?
I don't have that information, but I'll get it to you.
Okay, get that to us, and we definitely will be.
I'm going to say this now. Brother Stone, you are officially invited. November 12th. See, those are the type of information we're trying to give to the veterans. I think you would be an asset. I think. Put that on your calendar. Write that on your
November
12th. November 12th.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I think you would be a total asset.
Sure, and
for sure.
Certainly.
I'm definitely going to be there.
2633.
For November the 12th. A tribute to our veterans. Now, Pastor Hill, I keep saying Hill, Pastor Riley, you have a program on Talktainment Radio. Could you tell us a little bit about it and about it and do you know when it's going to be aired yet?
I don't have no idea when it's going to be aired yet, but it's in the process.
Can listen to it. Yeah,
it's in the process right now. It's Bible study. It's called Bible Study on the Radio. And we have a in-depth Bible study at Mount Gershom. It's just part of our outreach ministry. And we're going on the airwaves. We want to bless the nation with the Bible study. And we invite each of you to go on Talktainment Radio and punch in Mount Gershom Bible Study on the radio.
Bible study on the radio.
It's a Bible study that I'm praying that you get a lot out of it because we don't rush. We don't try to run through the Bible all in one day. Sometimes we may get 5 scripture, but we want to make sure you get those 5 scripture. Amen. We surely believe the only weapon we have to fight the enemy with is the word of God. Amen. So many times we go to church and we come back home and we have a good time, but we don't know what we heard. But our intent right now is Isaiah 54:2 is he said, let us stretch forth the curtain of our habitation, lengthen our course, and strengthen our stakes. Just trying to reach out a little bit farther in the name of Jesus and to bless someone else. And we thank God for this floor mat to come out and let the city know exactly what we're doing. And prayerfully we can help someone.
Now we want to come live and hear it. Where do we go and what day is the Bible study?
Our Bible study, we have a 12 noon Bible study on Wednesday. Every Wednesday our senior Bible study is at 12 noon and also at 7 p.m. 2633 Mock Road, Columbus, Ohio. And the phone number if you need directions is 614 475-9712. You're very welcome to come out, and you'll find a lot of love when you walk in the house. Amen.
Oh, that's awesome. So you have it at 12 noon on Wednesday. What other kind of programs are you doing over there?
Right now, Mount Gerizim is an outreach ministry in our nursing homes around the city, and we're a very busy church, amen. I thank God for that. And we're very active around the neighborhood that we do. We just did a Oktoberfest.
Wow.
That's a part of our ministry to try to keep our children off the streets. They're doing the Halloween season, and this coming November, we will be taking care of 15 families in the neighborhood. We're working through the school system to get families that could use a Thanksgiving dinner, amen. And we have workers at the church that are working dutifully to put that dinner together, and that dinner will be available at the church, amen, for 15 families. And we do our nursing home ministry where we try to take care of the seniors in the nursing homes, amen. And that's been a lovely outreach ministry. The blankets, we're taking blankets and care packages, amen. I thank God for a church that has a visionary frame of mind. We realize that ministry goes far beyond the walls of the church, and during the we're winding down really for this year, but we all geared up to get started again next year, amen. Every month there's something going on. You just have to stay on the website and tap into the newsletter, Mount Gerizim News.
Yeah, and also listen to it on Talktainment Radio.
Talktainment Radio,
because they're going to be talking about some of the programs that are coming up with the church.
And I'll be remiss if I didn't mention our young folks. The young people is actually put on each year. They put on a Gospel Friends. This year it's going to be in April. We put out there that one Lord, one faith, one baptism. It's about one body of Christ. It's not all about your church. It's about the body of Christ.
Amen.
And we're gonna bring the young people in. So we're gonna break down some of these walls that are within our churches. These walls are not just outside. These walls, some walls are in the church. We lifting the church up, not Jesus Christ. So we got to do those things with the young folks. We got to bring that about.
I love that. I just love that you're not just a building in the neighborhood, that you're coming out in the neighborhood and helping the people next door. I was always told that if the people across the street don't know what you're doing, you're not a good organizer. If you got a building and a person next door, you say, what is that building over there? I mean, that's what my elders taught me when I was doing some community organizing. And it always paid off because some people came in from out of town and they were evaluating our program, and guess what they did? They went across the street. I'm so glad I listened to my elders.
That's right.
Amen.
And so I had been going across the street, and talking to the people. They didn't even know I was the director of the extension center. I said, what do you think about that building over there? And I was taking notes. And it helped out a whole lot with the programming. But I am so glad that you're doing that. You got a youth ministry. You're working with the seniors, going into the senior homes and doing care packages for. Oh my gosh, your parish is busy, Pastor Rowley.
I promise you. But this is the work that the Lord has called us to do, and we really appreciate it, and we love being busy for the Lord. And I promise you, the Lord really blesses us immensely in our help for other people. We believe that we can't bless someone while traveling this way. Our living has been in vain, amen, because so many times, so many opportunities that are out there. We try to be about doing something instead of complaining about what's done. We try to put a footprint in the neighborhood, and just maybe someone will follow their footprint back to Jesus, amen. And if they come back to Mount Gerizim, wonderful. If they find another church home somewhere, wonderful. We just want to see their lives changed, amen, through the love of God, through the sharing of Jesus Christ. Everything we do it in the spirit of love, amen. And we don't charge no one anything for anything that Mount Gerizim do, because it's not all about money sometimes. It's just about letting someone know that I care about you. I care about you. And every time we step out, the Lord always meet us. Meet us in our efforts, amen. Each time we step out.
You take that one step and he'll take
we step out on faith every time.
Yeah, you stepping out on faith. Wow.
I thank God that we looked out in the churchyard on during our Oktoberfest 2
Yes.
weeks ago. We
Yes.
had, Lord blessed us with a 70-degree day in late October, and we knew that was by the grace of God, amen. We
Yes.
looked out and we had 165 children.
Wow.
The Lord has blessed our church to set on 5 acres of land, and we had hay rides and all the kind of things that children love, amen. And then that Sunday morning we saw.
And the big kids like that too.
Oh man!
Hay rides.
Oh my God! It was a blessing, and it just thrills my heart that people can see a church.
Yes.
Because there's so much other things the children could be doing, amen. We just want to introduce them
Yes.
to church fellowship, amen.
Yes.
It seems like we live in an age now where people have really put church on the back burner, amen. They really put church off the menu altogether, and we just want them to see, amen, to understand that there is what a fellowship, and there is what a joy divine. There's happiness in serving the Lord, amen.
That's right.
There's a blessing being around God's people. We're doing our best to represent the love of God. And that's good.
That is so wonderful. Give us that address again. And I was driving down Mock Road, and I must have missed it because I kept looking, and I almost hit a car. So I said I better be careful.
You better be
but
careful.
I got to be careful. But I want to try to find the church.
You better be careful. Speed limit on Mock Road is 25.
It's 25.
25 miles an hour.
I
in the
kept
very-
looking around trying to find the church. But give us the address
very
and what street is it close to?
It's on Mock Road. If you going south on Sunbury, you make a right on Mark. If you go north on Sunbury, you make a left on Mock Road, right at the light there by Alum Creek. And it's right at the top of the hill. It's 2633.
There's a marquee out front.
Mock Road, there's the marquee well marked, amen. The church is affectionately known as the Mountain of Blessings.
The Mountain of Blessings.
This is what Mount Gerizim means. Mount Gerizim means the Mountain of Blessings, amen. And so we invite y'all to come out to enjoy us on the Mountain of Blessings and bless the Lord. Come prayerfully that the Lord will use each of us to His divine will.
All right, that
Amen.
sounds good.
I can say this much, Yolanda. I've been in Columbus now for a year, and when I first came here, I was looking for a church home, knowing that coming from Pittsburgh, I got to get in the body of Christ.
Yeah.
I went to 7 different churches, and my mother kept asking me, "Boy, what is you looking for?" I said, "When I get to where I need to be, God gonna meet me at the door."
That's right.
I went into Mount Gerson, I walked in the door, and God met me right there.
Wow.
And I've been there ever since.
Wow, that's a good testimony. I'm gonna get over there now. I just kept up. Now I know where I'm going, y'all. So I'm gonna be driving down Mark Road from Sunbury, and I'm gonna look at the Mountain of Blessings. So you got to get Mount Gerson. You got to go and be. And I hope that you come out to the spaghetti dinner. They're gonna give honor and to salute our veterans, and it's so much needed. We can't salute them enough, because they have protected our country and went out and fought for us. So let's go out and a fellowship at Mount Gershom Church next Sunday, November the 12th. At what time was that again?
11 o'clock service.
At the 11 o'clock service.
And come ready to have some good spaghetti.
I know that's right. So I'm like, so don't eat before you go, because they're going to have some real good spaghetti now.
I'd like to throw a shout out also, because we're making the arrangements also for the widows of veterans to come out also.
Oh, that's for the families.
We want to represent the families as well.
Wow.
Amen.
That's right.
We love you. We thank you for your service, and we thank you for what you have done. Let us spoil you just a little while.
Oh,
amen.
Yes, and they need to be saluted too, amen. The families and the widowers of veterans. But you've been listening to TalkTainmentRadio.com, and we are on Facebook.com/TalkTainment. And we're on YouTube. We're moving on up, y'all. Type in Talktainment, and then you hit the space bar. Then type in radio to watch the All in Our Family show. And we're live broadcast, and you can hear us live on TalkTainmentRadio.com. And please like us and subscribe. Next week, the next show we're going to be talking about instead of receiving gifts, how you're going to give gifts and make gifts for the holiday season. We have that show coming up, and we also have coming up on Talktainment. I was surprised. There's a lady that says There is no such thing as there's not a good man out there. We're just not doing the right things. I can't wait to get her on to find out what she's talking about. But we're going to see. And if you're looking for a good man, you got to stay tuned to All in Our Family. We're broadcast live on Thursday at 6 o'clock. So you've been listening to TalkTainmentRadio.com. This is the world's greatest radio. And this is radio the way it should be heard. I'll see you next week. Love you.